Brad. That's 5 minutes.
Good afternoon. My name is Brad Mays. I live at 1817 Plum Branch Road. Jolie, could you patch me into the big screen, please? If the folks at CTV would like to get a shot of the big screen as well, the folks at home can see what I'm talking about. Let's see if this is going to work. As I've told you several times, somebody changed your annual reports, both your state and your federal. This is on file in the local TDEC office. Now, I know the annual reports were on file before I filed my lawsuit, but miraculously, after I filed it, they all vanished. No one has turned over the original state or federal EPA report for 03, 04, or 05. I can prove they exist. I can prove that the EPA 503 certification statements were worded improperly, and I have recovered a portion of the original reports. I'm still waiting to get a full set, and I'm very curious why they disappeared as soon as I filed a lawsuit that was basically based a lot of what was in those reports. I wanted to cover that tonight, just to let you all be aware of this document. I was going to cover over $100,000 of money that I found in addition that you all don't know about, but since Mr. Wietrich's here tonight, I decided to cover a different topic, and I'll save that $100,000 for next month. As I made y'all aware earlier, Mr. Rocket informed me that he had went to Solway and tested the material on multiple occasions, and the material was contaminated. And he tells me he warned his superiors about it, that the mulch was highly contaminated. This particular test is on March 14th of 08. The fecal coliform bacteria limit was 1,000 times higher than the legal limit. The question is, did Mr. Wietrich know about this? On May the 7th of 2008, this is from his deposition. As soon as we found out they were tested positive, I told Tom Salter to not only contact TDEC, but to contact Natural Resources and let them know, pull the product out and go out and verify. This all took place in the time frame of 6 to 7 hours. I told them to contact Natural Resources, pull the products from sale, contact TDEC, let them know what we found, and to follow up with Natural Resources by doing a site visit and verify that it had all been removed. Question, now, were any of the customers that had purchased these materials informed? Answer, that I do not know. The problem is, 1 month later, Mr. Wietrich signed and presented to you with a mediated settlement that stated, whereas Knox County has diligently investigated and reviewed the various recent third-party allegations that the products produced are somehow unsafe or present a health risk, and believes these allegations to be unfounded and without merit. Why would Mr. Wietrich present you with this after he admitted in his depositions he knew the mulch was contaminated, that he had been notified about it? So since he was here tonight, I thought I would throw that out there and see if he wanted to give y'all an explanation. The other thing I was going to bring to y'all's attention is I've told you all about county vehicles parked across from my business. Those bottom two pictures were taken out of the window of my storage building looking across the street in 2008. You can see a white Chevrolet truck with an aluminum toolbox. This truck in particular, you can see the occupant. This isn't a real good picture. It's digitized, but it appears he's holding a pair of binoculars. I snuck behind the truck one day, got a picture of the tag. You can see it's GX0891. That truck is located, consistently parked for hours on end within 500 foot from my business, hiding behind the swing sets of Ball Camp Elementary School ground. This happened all through the summer of 2008, and I have ran that tag, GX0891, and it's assigned to Tom Salter. So maybe Mr. Wietrich explained to me why one of his employees has been spying on me. Mr. Rocket has also went on the record and told me that he has rode along with Mr. Salter while he watched me. Now, I made this statement, this allegation, a few months ago, and I thought I was took across like, some people took me as being a paranoid nut, but I never make an accusation if I don't have evidence. What's this guy doing at an elementary school playground, oftentimes while it was closed, with no other cars there, parked for hours on end, burning county gas? on my nickel. So I'm going to reserve the remaining 2 minutes I have to see if there's any rebuttal coming from engineering on this. I suppose not.
You have 1 more minute.
This is not the way to spend my tax money. I know of things that are going on that are wrong. I know of at least $100,000 more that y'all don't know about. It's been 6 months and nobody can give you a straight answer about how much money was stolen out at Halls. I have multiple sets of books for how many tons of green waste they processed that vary 5,000 and 6,000 tons. They have one set of books that says they passed everything and sold it all for 3 years, but the records they filed with the EPA says that everything failed, and we went for 3 solid years and never sold a thing because our products were contaminated. I have the records, I can show you. But my major question is, what's Tom Salter doing sitting across the street from my business? I'm not exaggerating when I tell you my wife has been terrified over this crap. This is inexcusable. But it happens, and I've grown to expect it. I knew what I was stepping into when I done this. But the thing that I've done is I don't always tell all my cards, and you've got to be careful what I file open records requests for, because a lot of times I've got those documents. And I'm just waiting to see if people will lie, falsify, or withhold, or follow me.
Brad, you need to wrap it up.
Thank you, Tank.